Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a fascinating filing from KOPN Corporation. And let me tell you, it has got more twists and turns than a pretzel factory's quality control line. We're talking about navigating a legal storm and securing the ship, all while keeping the business afloat. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty, if you like getting the real scoop on what is happening behind the corporate curtain, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for a place to chat about these filings and connect with other finance fans, join our Discord community linked down in the description. So what is the big news here? KOPN Corporation, or Kopin as they call themselves, has been dealing with some serious legal drama culminating in a hefty judgment. Think a big old fine. This filing is all about how they are handling that situation, specifically through a legal process called an appeal. Now, when you appeal a judgment, especially one this big, you can't just say, I'll think about it. The court says okay, but you also need to put up a big chunk of money as a guarantee, just in case you lose the appeal too. This guarantee is called a bond. And the bond amount here is a staggering $23 million. This is just about the original judgment of $19.7 million. It also includes legal fees and interest that could pile up while the appeal is being decided. So how does a company actually get their hands on a bond like that? They can just pull $23 million out of thin air easily. Kopin turned to their bank for help. They entered into what are called loan agreements. Essentially, Kopin deposited that $23 million with the bank. The bank then used this money to issue a letter of credit, which is like a promise from the bank to pay up if needed. This letter then went to a surety company who then issued the actual bond to the court. It's a complex chain reaction to satisfy the court's demand. This whole setup means that Kopin has effectively put aside $23 million to cover this potential payout. The agreements they signed with the bank are pretty standard, with the bank getting a security interest in that deposited money. This means if the appeal fails and the court calls for the bond money, the bank can use Kopin's deposited funds to pay the surety company, who will then pay the court. It's a way to secure the appeal process while ensuring the bank is protected. Now, for the nitty-gritty of the agreements themselves, the filing points us to the exhibits. These are the actual legal documents detailing these arrangements. We see references to a loan agreement and a continuing reimbursement agreement for letters of credit, both dated in early October 2025, involving Kopin, a subsidiary and Rockland Trust Company. These documents lay out the terms and conditions of how Kopin secured that critical $23 million bond. These exhibits, like the ones for the loan agreement and the letter of credit agreement, and even an interactive data file for the report cover page, are crucial for understanding the full picture of this financial maneuver. They contain the fine print that governs this agreement and shows exactly how Kopin is managing this significant legal and financial challenge. And who is signing off on all this, attesting to its accuracy? It is Erich Manz, the Treasurer and Chief Financial Officer. This tells us this is a serious financial matter handled at the highest levels of the company's financial leadership. Now, let's zoom out and look at what this all means. Kopin is facing a very substantial judgment, and their response is to fight it through an appeal. The cost and complexity of posting that $23 million bond highlight the magnitude of the legal risk. While they've secured the bond through bank financing, which is a standard practice, it ties up a massive amount of capital. This means $23 million that could otherwise be used for research, development, expansion, or returning value to shareholders is now essentially earmarked for a potential legal payout unless the appeal is successful. This situation presents a clear risk. The success of the appeal is paramount. If the appeal fails, Kopin will have to pay out that $23 million, which will significantly impact their cash reserves and potentially their financial health. On the flip side, if the appeal is successful, they essentially get that money back and avoid a massive financial hit. What is also interesting is that the filing doesn't give us much detail about the original case itself, just that it is Blue Radio's Inc. v. Kopin Corporation. Understanding the merits of that original case would give us more context on the likelihood of Kopin's appeal succeeding, looking at Kopin's stock ticker Kopin. This kind of news can cause volatility. Investors will be watching closely to see how this legal battle unfolds and how it affects the company's financial standing. The strategy here is aggressive fight the judgment, but the execution involves significant financial commitment and carries substantial risk. So, what is my take on Kopin as a company based on this filing? They are in a high-stakes legal battle that is forcing them to tie up a significant amount of capital. Their financial flexibility is currently constrained by this situation. The key strength is their ability to negotiate and secure the necessary financing for the appeal bond, showing they still have access to credit. The primary weakness and risk is the outcome of the appeal itself. The opportunity lies in a successful appeal, which would free up capital and vindicate their legal position. In conclusion, Kopin Corporation is navigating a critical juncture. Their immediate future hinges on the success of this appeal. It is a classic case of a company betting big on its legal strategy to protect its financial future. Alright, that is our breakdown of Kopin S latest filing. What is your take on this legal gamble and what does it mean for the company S future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this deep dive valuable, please hit that like button, and for more corporate insights, make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.